Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another After Dark. Maddie isn't here right now. Aaron has things to do. So guess what? You're getting a C-tier level host for today. I am Matt, and I
Beer.
have no idea what we're going to do today. I don't know what the topics are. I'm a wonderful host for that, but I'm going to bring in our Mandalorians right now, and then we'll get into that. And Nikki and Devin, how are you guys doing?
Everything's under control. Situation normal.
I left my helmet in my room, so I'm not off to a great start. Devin's is backwards.
You were the chosen one.
I have a cosmic brownie here, and it's really good. Like it's like just one of those ones that you get at the store. And I got some Centrum vitamin gummies. Do not exceed more than 2 a day. Centrum.
Oh, there you go. And all I got is my leftover soda from Burger King.
Oh my God.
It's Coke, in case you're wondering. I know that was very important for you guys to know. Now you know. I got a Pepsi Wild Cherry for when I run out of that.
Oh my God. You're
Very good. I got another Coca-Cola ready to go.
Wow.
And, if I run out of Coca-Cola over here in my Pepsi Wild Cherry, I got a couple six-packs chilling over there. I can pull over too. We'll see how the night goes. So yeah. How are we doing today, Nikki and Devin?
I don't. That was great. I mean, I'm so excited about all of your leftovers.
Look. So I had things to do today. I went to my grandmother's. I was helping get stuff out of her house. And I had this Coke. I was going to drink it. And I get in the car, and my dad turns to me and goes, "Hey, I haven't opened this Wild Cherry Pepsi yet. You want to have it?" And I said, "Yeah." Didn't drink a whole lot of it. Didn't have much time. He went to go get Burger King, and that's where this came from. So,
It's hurting my collarbone.
Look.
Oh my God.
It's left over, yes. It's not like super old or anything.
Oh
But
my God.
it's delicious. So when I run the show, we don't really talk about movies. We just do whatever.
You were hurting. My back is twisted in such a way that if I laugh too hard, it hurts.
Look,
And it was like pulling on my collarbone. Oh my God.
This is still cold. This is still cold. There's still ice in it too.
Oh my God.
And it doesn't taste like it's completely watered down like Burger King pop does.
Leftover soda.
So got leftover. Don't worry, the sandwich is gone. I ate the sandwich. Had the fries. It's delicious. So yeah. How was your guys' days today?
Oh, I built this table right here. And I built the computer that we're using to stream.
There you go.
And I put the printer on that table.
Yeah.
And I laughed a lot.
No leftover
my
pop.
God.
Or soda. Or Coke. I don't know. It's different in other spots in the United States. Coke, soda, pop.
Oh.
I think Callie says Coke.
This cannot be that funny for anybody else.
I mean, look, I thought Chris left when he was in the chat.
Yeah.
He was saying, "Hey all, how you doing, Chris?" as we bring you up. And then as I was talking about my leftover pop, the one on here that I noticed that tells us how many viewers are there went from a 1 to a 0. So I don't think he really cared about that. So yeah.
want to talk about it anymore.
Look, when you don't have Aaron here, and when you don't have Maddie, and you got me,
Oh my God.
I'll talk about whatever I have. If I have food, I'll talk about the food I have. But I'll talk about my soda or pop or Coke. You know, don't want to discriminate.
Tonic.
You know, however it identifies.
My mom calls it tonic.
So,
we have videos we can play at the top. Hey, did you see the new Batwoman? I mean, that happened.
no, I did not. And I mean, there was like,
she's Batwoman's a different lesbian now.
hey, there you go.
But I like her.
Isn't she like homeless?
I like her a lot. I don't like the suit. Literally, just drops into her lap, and she's like, "Oh," she puts it on. It fits perfectly.
Huh? There you go. And that I turned to a 0 again.
Yeah.
Right. There you go.
Good. I love
it's not doing how it has it improved in its ratings, because I know from the season 1 premiere compared to season 2 there was a difference.
CW is weird with how they metric like ratings, just because they care more about hashtags and stuff.
Right.
They care more about discussions online. They're not like the other networks. But I don't think it's done better by any means. But I think I like her better after this first episode than I did Ruby Rose after her first episode. So
right. Yeah, I heard she was better than Ruby Rose. Like, she can actually act, unlike Ruby Rose.
Yeah. And she has like a good backstory. Like, it's an original character for the show, even though they did just introduce her in the comic books. Right. I laughed so like snot's coming out of my nose.
Hey, look. We gotta do what we gotta do. Talk about soda. Look, I had no idea how to open the show today. So I talked about soda.
I with my cosmic brownie, and then you rebutted with your leftover soda.
I had to be, you know, I had to feel like I was fitting in. I couldn't be left out of the discussion as far as what we had on our desk, and it's true. I have a box of candy. Let's see what's in the box of candy today, ladies and gentlemen. After Dark, what's in the box edition. So this is.
How do you not have that booklet?
So I have a envelope I opened up. I think there's a bill in there. There's an empty box of double crisp candy. Also an empty box there. Oh, here we go. I have one of these like little chocolate balls that have like the rice in it.
Ooh, balls.
So that's cool. I actually have 2 of them, so that's cool.
Where does it say?
I have the cold chocolate bowl. That's delicious. And I have 6lets. Have not touched any of that stuff, so that probably tells you the quality of that candy. Anyway,
is that from last year?
That, well, technically yes. That was it was
there's no shame in that. I was eating gummy for Christmas of 2019. Yeah.
No, it was the previous Christmas that we just had. 2020
How does that
Christmas.
feel to be a candy that isn't consumed on like the Christmas season and it's just forgotten about?
Like, I mean, they probably want their candy to be taste and whatnot. They probably want to have people snack on it and whatnot. But you know, as long as they're making the dough,
not the candy corporations.
Oh, okay. Well, you know,
what about the central vitamins that aren't eaten before their expiration date?
They're sad, of course, to not be eaten by other people, but in the back of their heads, or what, you know, if they have that, they're always thinking, hey, you know, we know Nikki's gonna, you know, enjoy us, so you know, we'll eventually be consumed. You know, and there's some other people maybe that'll eat that. I've never heard of the brand personally until now.
You've never
I know
Central?
No, not for the gummies. No, I've heard of the
Go
Flintstones.
to the store. Oh, Flintstones are great.
Yeah, I consume those like any other gummy.
I mean, I would love to get a sponsorship every week from Centrum Vitamins or Flintstone Vitamins.
Yeah,
they're both delicious. They're both nutritious. What I like about the Flintstone ones is that they're engineered for children. So that you can like eat more than one of them. You can eat like 4 of those things a day, and I don't think they'd recommend it.
Probably not, but I would still.
Either, honestly, because I want the sponsorship.
True, it'd be very nostalgic and whatnot, which is something I'm all for.
Whatever they say is okay. I mean, I
Yeah.
love Flintstones vitamins, so please,
Me too.
Flintstones vitamins. Hey, Diaz, do me a favor. You would be great for this. Pull that clip of me saying that and send it to both Centrum and Flintstones vitamins. Thanks, Diaz.
There you
We love you.
Okay, so let's play that video. Because or one of I'll let you choose what video, because now we had 3, now we went down to 2.
Wait, that's not it. What was that?
That was the Epic Sax guy.
No, I wanted the Wham.
The other saxophone would have done that.
It's true. It's true.
And you
So
closed
fun
it.
fact, for all you Chicago Bulls fans, we're currently getting smoked.
Or like to get flagged for
We are. Hey, we got 3 people on here.
already?
Yeah. Look, we talked about leftover soda, and I think that slowly kind of got out to the world, even though only 2 other people said, leftover
I think
soda.
Going crazy.
True. I mean, yummy. Chris, it's okay if you're here to listen. That's all. Look, if we have the face for radio, that's all that matters. But yeah. So
I have the face for a Disney Channel show.
true. I have the face for a Cinemax.
I have the
movie.
face for Love Island. Kaiser, hook me up.
Yeah, get Nikki on there. Or you know what? If you know some people from like The Bachelor and whatnot, make Nikki the Bachelor.
He threw that at me. That's not the right one. I knew that was there.
You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna create our own version of The Bachelor, and it's gonna star Nikki, and it's gonna take place at a hotel. You're gonna get your little test, make sure that we're COVID free at this hotel, and we're gonna film. We're gonna let anybody that Nikki approves of be in the show, and we're gonna just do it. And I don't know, maybe get a tax write-off from another city or whatever. I don't know. We're gonna do that, but I'm gonna look for. Oh, that's cool. He dated it. Alrighty. Let me assume what's what video.
I know.
Okay. So I'm just gonna click a video. I want to see what Aaron recorded, and then we'll just talk about whatever it is. So here we go. No, wrong. That's wrong. Sorry.
That's not it.
Who is that fellow right there? Okay. Let's click on video number 2.
1.
Or 1? Yeah, okay, we can do 1. Let's do 1.
Following a tumultuous relationship in 2020, Christopher Nolan and Warner Brothers have officially called it quits, ending the middle school drama of the film world. Christopher Nolan has been openly critical of Warner Brothers since the HBO Max deal was first announced. Nolan has berated Warner for its treatment of filmmakers whose films are involved within the deal, and specifically the lack of warning or consultation they were given before the decision. Nolan has also criticized the plan as a poor economic move in the long run, calling it out for its possible effect on the theatrical experience. Nolan has also criticized HBO's handling of its streaming service and the way it uses its properties since its launch, calling it the worst streaming service out there. On the reverse side, Warner Brothers has inadvertently blamed Tenet's performance at the box office as the reason for them making this decision in the first place. It is known that Nolan pushed to have Tenet released as one of the first films during the theater reopening period. Warner seems to believe that a VOD release or delaying the film could have helped the gross of the film. Taking all this into account, it seems that Nolan is set to cut ties with Warner and move on to working with a studio who is more filmmaker-friendly than Warner seems to want to be at the moment. This move could be seen as a huge gain for any other studio and a loss for Warner. Since partnering with Nolan in 2002 first for Insomnia, Warner has grossed roughly $5.1 billion after spending $1.3 billion in production budgets over the course of 9 films. That's a high differential and profit split that Warner will miss, with 8 of the 9 films being deemed successful, the only one that technically counts as a loss being Tenet. We'll continue to report more and follow up on the story as more is sure.
Okay, so I had no idea this was going on.
Me neither. I mean,
So because it's Nolan, I'm not that surprised, because Nolan is obviously really big in the
yeah.
into theaters. Like, that's his big thing, movie theaters. And the fact that they split up tells me one of two things. One, Warner Brothers is just kind of tired of Nolan. Maybe Nolan was behind the scenes kind of complaining about things, and he wasn't a fan of it.
Great points.
But the other thing is, and this kind of makes me kind of go back to what I was saying before, the Disney thing, where we might not see theaters after a few years. Warner Brothers is actually planning on doing the same thing, because AT&T is telling them to do it, because AT&T will decide what goes on. They own HBO and whatnot. Where they're going to put those movies on HBO Max in 2022.
But here's the thing. Even if there are there aren't major releases in theaters, I think they're still going to have private theater rentals, so that you can just bring your HBO Max subscription with you and just show it on the screen. I'd actually prefer that. That'd be cooler, because then you could watch The Mandalorian in a theater.
True.
But I cut you off short. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. I was just going to say that's kind of what I'm planning on doing at my new house that is going to become a reality in 6 or 7 months. I mean, it's not like a crazy thing or whatever. It's super affordable. But I'm looking specifically at places where I can put a 200 to 250 inch projector screen, and I'm just gonna go all out with that, with the sound and everything. So,
we could make a sitcom. Like, me and Devin could come live with you, and it would be amazing.
There we go. Yeah.
Devin, are you in? He's not committed either way, so I think we have a chance.
Maybe. And that might happen, guys. Watch out.
That's the only rule. Oh,
I
jump in there, guys.
It's gonna be Nikki, Devin, and Matt take over Indiana. Is that what we're gonna do?
Indiana.
So. We're gonna take over Indiana.
Starkly Captain was from Indiana.
That's true. But I do want to pull.
No, which one? I'm asking you a question.
Oh shit! I have no idea. I thought you said one of them was there. I don't know.
No. It's the captain of the USS Voyager.
Oh God, I don't know. Is it? I don't know.
Captain Catherine Janeway.
Oh, there you go.
Engage. Energize. Indiana. Do people talk like this in Indiana?
Jones.
No, we talk like, I don't know. We just talk. Oh, I
love Come on the show, please. We love you.
We will take you. And I do want to bring up this comment. DS saying Warner Brothers are the only thing keeping movies alive right now, since everything is being pushed back. Yes and no. I mean, they're
really think me alive right now.
It's I guess keeping movies, I guess, released as early as it is right now, because of the whole HBO Max thing, whatnot. But so is Netflix and whatnot. But
yeah, those movies aren't like they don't have energy to them. And there's nothing against the movies. I just don't feel energized about those movies. Like Godzilla versus King Kong. That movie has me feeling energized.
Right. And there are some Netflix movies. Like, there's one coming out, or I think it is out right now, that looks like it would be full of energy. That The White Tiger, I think is what it's called. Looks like it's a lot of fun and crazy whatnot. But I
think what Dia's saying too is that Warner Brothers is still releasing those movies in theaters as well.
That's true. But I mean, just because with everything going on, and I guess technically with it seems like Warner Brothers being one of, if not the only major studio releasing things in theaters, because there was that Liam Neeson movie that came out, and I don't think that was Warner Brothers. But
I didn't know that it was happening. I love Liam Neeson movies.
Yeah, it's the Marksman. I don't know what studio did it. I don't know. He
Is
just
his
has a
name
gun.
Marksman?
I don't know. I don't know much about it, but maybe. But
Master.
right. But with
Do you think Tony Masters is Taskmaster? I mean, we've been asking this question for about
yeah,
3
yeah.
years now.
I think so.
Ever since we saw that first Black Widow trailer 2 years ago.
2 years. Was actually going to Florida when it released when they released their first trailer. So yeah, that was a while
Florida.
ago. It's a fun
Never
place to go
forget
to on vacation.
The Zindi killed you.
No, now Florida's a fun little
Star Trek
vacation.
Enterprise. Zindi just like peed
Ah,
a lot
okay.
through it.
Okay. Yeah. I did not know that, but I do
Nick
with
went down to the
5
surface. He
mile
was like,
line.
"Oh no, Florida!
right.
That was the diner over there, and that's where my sister was, and
okay.
the rest
There's
of my
not much of
family."
that house left.
And then he went to kill the Zindi, and then because that's who Idris Elba is talking about when he says the Zindi, the Romulans. Like he's angry because he fought in the Zindi War and the Romulan War, and the Zindi killed people in Florida.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
There's
Like the
that for Florida.
COVID-19.
Yeah, that is true.
So it all comes back to Florida.
It all comes back to Florida. But Orlando with Warner Brothers in theaters. So I don't know how I feel still about it because yeah, it's cool to go see movies in theaters, but with not a whole lot really coming out and not a lot of people going,
I can't wait.
it's costing them a lot of money. And I mean, either way, it's costing them a lot of money either way because they still got to pay rent.
Way.
Right, but it like
Empire. Like Empire was the #1 movie in America last summer.
True. That is true. Say I think they brought it back a couple of times, but still they got to keep the lights on and just with my experience, the electric bill is not cheap there. So
it's a lot cheaper when they're not showing movies.
True.
Yes, it is cheaper than the actual movies, which is why I don't think Warner Brothers wants to kill the theater industry. I think they want to absorb the theater industry. I really think these studios are going to come in and buy the theater chains at the 11th hour. My sister just bought stock in AMC because I told her to, because I think even there's no way but up from here. Like the only way is up. So even if like an investor comes in like Disney or like Warner Brothers to buy it out,
right?
You're then a shareholder at a profitable company.
True, but I don't know. I mean, sorry, I was looking at some real quick. Anyway, I mean that could happen. I mean, especially with a few theaters because they did pass that law last year, I think, to where theaters can buy or studios can buy theaters. So I don't know if they will necessarily because now they're getting into a completely new business too with with the food and just that whole service. So I don't know if they necessarily want to. Disney, I think they'd be more than willing to because they're already in that
one too.
And
Amazon's the one I look at.
Yeah, Amazon might because Amazon likes to buy a lot of stuff, and it technically
priority.
True. And if they bought AMC, let's say, and Regal, I don't think it would fall under the monopoly type thing because they're kind of an outsider. But
they're like a conglomerate. They do different things. Like Amazon is technically like they were like they're a shipping company. They're an internet store. They're a streaming service.
Right.
It's really incredible all the things that Amazon does. Like they have drones, they have food, they have their own cars, like all this different things. But I have a question.
Web services
that I've been. Is there any Rex update? Like where's Rex? Rex in Andor. Tamora Morrison, is he playing Rex in Andor? Do you have any new news?
No. Rex in Andor is not Rex like that character Rex. This guy named Michael who's on the show Rex and Around. That's why Rex and Arandor instead of Around, it's Randor. He's been on this campaign to be in it, and I'm supporting his campaign to be in or to be in Andor. So that's why.
So you don't actually want Captain Rex in Andor?
I mean, if they can make it work, then sure. But
I mean, he fit the rebellion at that time.
Sure. Well, yeah, I guess that is true. I mean, if they write it in, I'd be all for it. But you know, the whole campaign is to get Michael in it.
Are you kidding me? I feel.
No, it's Rex and Around. Check.
No. I want Captain Rex.
Rex can be in it too.
He's friends with Ahsoka. He was Anakin's captain. He was on Mandalore.
He can be in it too if he wants, but we gotta get Michael in it.
No, not two.
Yes,
he
we
can
need Michael.
Be in it. If they put that other guy in it, then fine. But this is Captain Rex.
True, it'd be cool if he's in it, but I need Michael in the show. He could play some other character. He could play.
Which one makes more sense?
He could play Cassian Andor's brother. That makes sense.
I don't
or
want
he
him
could
to
play
play
his sidekick, his little buddy.
So you want this guy to play Captain Rex?
No. Just like a completely different character
in the show.
What?
So,
okay.
Yeah, you can have Captain Rex played by Morrison, and then you have a completely different character, whether it's just a Resistance dude, chilling out, played by Michael.
A Resistance dude in between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. What is the Resistance doing in that?
I don't know. Look, I don't know. The Rebellion. I don't know.
Leia's Resistance?
The Rebellion. A rebellion or whatever.
Rebellion.
A rebellion dude.
I want to see Emphas Nest.
True. That could work.
Yeah. She was interesting.
They got to use those contracts up.
That actress is in Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh.
She's like the bad guy. Well, the bad guy henchman that's working for William Hurt, probably.
Right. There you go. That would be cool.
There you go, now you know.
Yep. Definitely. So, I'm going to look at some more videos. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to play video 2 now. We're going to play video 2. I think Tom Holland is on this thing.
God, man.
I'm going to assume it's either Tom Holland or, I don't know, some other dude. Let's play it.
He's a good.
This week we saw a game of release date musical chairs happen in which a lot of films, most of them owned by Sony's Pictures, moved release dates throughout 2021 and early 2022. Here's a running list so far of all the movies that have changed release dates over the last week. The first is BIOS, the upcoming Tom Hanks and Caleb Landry Jones-led sci-fi castaway-like film directed by Game of Thrones director Miguel Sapochnik has moved from April 16th to August 13th, 2021. No Time to Die, the upcoming James Bond film, has switched dates from April 2nd to October 8th, 2021. Morbius, which just recently moved to that October 8th date, moves again to January 21st, 2022 in order to avoid James Bond. Ghostbusters Afterlife, the long-awaited third installment in the Ghostbusters trilogy, moves from June 11th to November 11th, 2021. Peter Rabbit 2, The Runaway, moves from its Easter weekend release to Afterlife's old spot on June 11th, 2021. Uncharted, the Tom Holland-led adventure film based on the game of the same name, moves from July 16th, 2021 to February 11th, 2022. Sony's Cinderella adaptation, starring Camila Cabello, Idina Menzel, and Pierce Brosnan, moves from February 5th to that July 16th, 2021 date vacated by Uncharted. And finally, Top Gun Maverick, while not officially moved yet, is highly rumored to be potentially moving out of its July 2nd release date to a later time in the year, something that even Joseph Kosinski, the director of the film, commented on while not being able to give out a possible answer. One thing to note about all of these announcements is that each announcement states that the films are committed to making a theatrical release, and Sony, specifically for its films, is not considering any kind of day and date deal with a streaming service. This comes on the heels of them previously being rumored to sell James Bond, and is happening at a time when studios like Warner Brothers and Disney, even for some of its films, are doing day and date releases with both streaming.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
So roped again. Apparently, there are only a certain amount of time that they allow. We'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
Sony doesn't have their own streaming service, so it just plays in a little bit more to Warner Brothers, like keeping the door open for theaters and stuff, because nothing else is really being released, even though those Warner Brothers movies are being released on HBO Max. I don't think they're taking business away from the theaters at that time, because if they were just releasing those movies in theaters, I think the same people that are going to the theaters to see those movies instead of watching them at home, I think those are the same people that are choosing to go even though they could.
Right. Now, there is, and I'll pull up the article real quick.
How's your leftover soda?
Sony does have a streaming service.
Is it called leftoversoda.com?
No, not Leftover Soda. That is copyrighted by myself.
Leftover Soda would be a great name for a band.
It is.
Can I take that, please?
Well, I mean, I'd be shocked if it wasn't, but you can if you want. But so Sony's streaming service, it looks like, is called Bravia Cord. Now it is exclusive to their TVs. So it is an exclusive streaming service. It absolutely counts.
I have a streaming service called NickyFlix that is exclusive to my family, and it's just the movies that I have like on my computer.
Disney Plus was exclusive to a few countries.
Yeah, but that's not the same thing.
It was also exclusive to
here's the thing: the only person that I know that has a Sony Bravia TV is my mom, and it's a Sony Bravia TV before they had smart TVs, so she can't even get that streaming service.
They're one of the highest selling TVs every year, Sony.
So do you have to pay for the streaming service in addition to having the Bravia TV?
Let me look that up. I would assume
that is so stupid.
Well, it would be like any video game company.
Do you think we should let this mystery guest in?
Yeah, somebody just showed up with some widgets in their name.
Let's let him in.
So it actually looks like it is free.
Oh wow. Is there a way to like emulate a Sony Bravia so that people can get free Sony?
So who do we have? Is this Leftover Soda?
Who is that?
Let me unmute them. Oh, I can't unmute them because I chose to mute
courage
them.
to say something.
Are we doing like a is it Unfriended or whatever? The movie where somebody comes here.
One of those.
And we like slowly one by one just die. Oh, well, okay. Well, they didn't mean to do that.
Oh, that was cool. What was that?
I don't know. I lost dread for a second.
Was that a dick over a camera or a thumb over a camera?
I hope it was a thumb.
Dick, thumb, tit. What's the difference?
Bigfoot's dick.
And they're gone.
And it's gone. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's
just as mysteriously arrived, he was gone.
And he's dead.
Okay. Thank you.
That really breaks my heart. Come back, mystery guest. Come back.
Baby, come back.
I want to see. Will we get kicked off of YouTube because of schlongs, or will we still be on YouTube? So
I don't understand. God created in His image, so then aren't the schlongs God?
Do you think God purposely stays in heaven so He doesn't have to come see the creatures He created?
No, I don't think that
or whatever
there is
Steve Buscemi said and Spy Kids do.
Don't care about this little blue marble on this part of the galaxy. There's a lot of other sentient worlds out there.
True.
I don't really think He would care about this one planet and that one sect of people, even though, yeah. So
true. It's like Brie Larson has to make sure other planets are safe. So
I'm incredibly damaged by my Catholic upbringing.
I just chose to ignore a lot of the stuff that was taught to me. Anyway, so it does look like the service is included.
The service is included. Okay.
Yeah, if you get one of those TVs.
Wait, with
included.
religion or with the Sony Bravia TV?
You have to be baptized, and then you can buy one of the TVs
Baptized
because
in the Christian Bravia.
they're godly TVs. You can only purchase if you are a
We have
follower of
to promote
Christ.
the logo for that. The Church of Bravia.
And there's that. I think DS is getting a little bored of us talking about whatever. He wants to know what we think about the release dates being pushed.
I don't care.
So I'll talk about Black
do
Widow.
care. It just makes me sad.
Yeah, it sucks.
I was so ready for Bond. I was so ready
Me
for
too.
that.
I was
My
hoping they
dad
would have
was
stopped.
so ready for that. Every time we went to the theater and saw that trailer, like we were
Yeah.
getting, it's like almost here. It's almost here. Bond.
Right.
Ugh.
Well, we'll have Raya and the Last Dragon.
Excuse me.
Like we're gonna get Raya and the Last Dragon. That will be on Disney Plus, but you have to pay.
I
Which
don't know what that is.
it's a new Disney animated movie. Has Kelly Marie Tran in it. And I think Aquafina plays the dragon. And Leftover Soda plays the love interest in the show.
I
But,
love Leftover.
I know Malcolm and Chris are talking about it. I'll bring Malcolm's comment up because it's only fair. They're talking about Black Widow potentially being moved. What we think, Malcolm doesn't think it's going to move. He thinks it's going to stay where it's at, but it might become a dual Disney Plus theatrical release thing, which I could see kind of happening. I don't see it just being on Disney Plus.
No.
If it's going to be on Disney Plus, it's going to be like what Mulan did and Raya is doing in March, where you'll have it in theaters, but you can also watch it on Disney
Mulan
Plus.
wasn't in theaters.
Well, it was in some countries.
No, some countries. I was
But we
thinking
didn't
more
get-
like how
it
HBO
was
Warner Brothers,
exclusive to the foreign market.
like Wonder Woman's release, like how it's on HBO Max and
Yeah.
in theaters at the same time. Did they
Right.
say
Yeah.
if Justice League will have like an intermission, like in theaters?
I don't know, but
Is that another topic? That's a different topic.
that is a different topic
Yeah, I'm getting ahead
which-
of this.
we will bring up in a minute. Anyway, because that is the next topic we're going to talk about.
Oh, wow. I didn't even see that.
yeah. Mulan was only in cinemas in China. It was a Chinese exclusive. Or China exclusive.
Wow, they could be
And then it was
trusted.
on Disney Plus everywhere else. Yeah, I knew it was at least in a country, but I
mean,
wasn't
they
sure
were.
which one.
China's been
but no.
wearing masks for like a decade, so they were
True.
way ahead of the curve on that.
Yeah, they were prepared. But I do think that but to get back to Black Widow, Black Widow will be moved. I'm pretty confident it's going to be moved. Probably
think?
to September, October, because I think they not only do they want to have as many people go as possible, but they want to make sure the vaccine has been out there long enough to where the people that are planning on getting it will get it, and then that will give them more money. I believe I have to get it because my job requires it because I work at a school.
Yeah.
My dad's definitely getting it.
My
and
mom
my
already
uncle.
got
Oh, there's somebody. I'm gonna bring
TC.
them in. TCBL.
Who is this? TCBL. What
Tickabibble?
does that stand for?
Tickable?
TCL. Oh, it's Grant.
Oh, it's Grant Gregory.
What's going on, guys?
Were you the mystery man from
Familiar with
before?
that angle.
Was I the what? Sorry,
Were you the mystery man from before?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, Devin, what did you have to say to him? Oh, Devin's giggling now. Oh, you did my favorite thing that anybody should ever do. If you're on a camera, flip it. Come on. Horizontal, guys. Yeah, most of our screens are horizontal and your phone can be both. So might as well shoot it horizontally.
No, light doesn't work here. Trying to get a spot. Just in between, just been watching UFC just in between fights and that, so
I have
Thought I'd-
headphones like that.
I might
you
be,
have the same headphones.
Yeah, very similar. Might not be the same. Do those have like
These
the
are
them? You can put like MP3. Yeah, those look like them.
Yeah.
I don't like
very
them.
well could be.
I don't really like them.
All right, well, I guess I better go then. Nikki doesn't
I
like
like
them.
the other ones. Your headphones suck, Grant.
Jake, no. Supposed to be
I'm just kidding.
You got the
I mean, I didn't like wear. I don't like them on me.
No, because these are my ones.
Right.
So, what are you talking about?
We're talking. I forgot all the movies that were being pushed and delayed, but we were basically talking about those, and then Black Widow came up. Malcolm did bring up if they do move Black Widow, then they'll have to move Hawkeye and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. However, Falcon and the Winter Soldier is already coming out before Black Widow.
I think they cut out the
But-
scenes. They may have put it as post credit in Black Widow. Like I think
They
they've
might.
just
I mean,
put some.
Yeah, I mean, the issue was it was supposed to be Black Widow, Winter Soldier, then WandaVision, and now we're getting it in like the inverse order.
Because William Hurt
so-
was going to tie into both Black Widow and Falcon and Winter Soldier. Is what
Right. Which, I mean, it's going to be one of those things like, oh, you have no idea what you just saw? Well, watch the movie and then you'll kind of figure it out. I do think Hawkeye could be moved, but it really depends.
Definitely.
It really depends, though, if they move Black Widow. It will depend, like, how big of a role she has in Hawkeye. Or
'Cause
maybe
Hawkeye's
she just pops up. Maybe she just pops up, goes, "Hey, I'm her sister, just so you know," and then that's it. It's like, "Oh, hey, welcome." to
Natalia
Hawkeye."
Romanoff.
I think it's Natasha.
Yeah, no, but that's the sister's name, Natalia.
Oh, Natalia. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a very creative name.
But
Anyway, I can't remember.
It'll be like
the others.
it'll be like a Parent Trap thing throughout the years.
Yeah.
They've been swapping over. That's
Yeah.
why whenever it's Natalia, she's always talking about Budapest.
Mhm.
yeah,
Because that's literally the only thing that she did with him.
But it's very differently.
my house in Budapest, my golden treasure chest, golden grand piano, my beautiful Castillo.
So, in case you missed it earlier, we were talking about leftover soda I had. Like I have leftover soda. I have this from a restaurant, and then when I get done with that, I want to go with this Pepsi Wild Cherry. Got to be specific. It's
It's
different
already
flavor.
been open.
And then Coke. So
Do you
in
put it all
case-
in together and put it in like a bit of a blitzer?
No, I drink it one at a time. I savor it.
I got some nutmeg.
That's just weird.
So Malcolm says Florence Pugh is Yelena. Yelena.
Yelena.
Yelena Balanova.
There you
Oh, I gotta watch the trailer again to pronounce it right. Helena. I don't know.
Yelena Balanova.
But no, I don't think it's gonna move. I think they're gonna do whatever they can to stick to it, and I almost feel like they're almost willing to take a hit on that one because
And they could use this to make a one shot too.
true, and
Well,
it's
I don't think they're going to do one shots anymore. I think what they're going to be doing in the future is because with
Well, they
everything
have
that's going on, where the TV shows and one shots were setting up the movies, I think it's going to
Yeah.
be the inverse now. You're going to be able, the movies will be setting up the next
Right.
TV series. So instead of getting the $18 or whatever it is for your picture theater to see one movie, you'll now go and see a Black Widow type sort of series, but
Right.
it'll be over a period of 4 years, sort of thing. So they'll get all that extra money, and as soon as one stops, the next one will start.
Will they ever
Just
do
to-
a crossover series?
Well, I think after these ones that they've already been shot and everything, I'm pretty sure that's the direction that
Really?
they're looking to, because especially with the
That's-
success
yeah.
of like stuff like Mandalorian
Yeah,
and
crossover.
what like WandaVision. Like, I mean, they've finally got a series that is trending. You know, the episodes are 20 minutes long, yet the conversations and the videos are 3 or 4 hours long per episode,
Yeah.
and there's thousands of them. So I think that's the direction they're going to go, because
Times.
it's not just they're never going to make the money that they did not for a long time. They're never going to be the blockbusters anymore. But I think if they can control the narrative social media wise, they're going to get people to spend that money on the streaming service.
Yeah.
True. Which
And
could,
hopefully then they can fix up the freaking frame rate dropout issues.
right.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
But I thought I heard that was what they were going for with WandaVision, though. Was kind of because they were going for more of that, I guess, the frame rate issues, because that was what it was like, I guess, back in the 50s and 60s.
Oh yeah, I mean that I'm just saying as a platform in general.
Okay.
They have a lot of. I mean, Netflix is one of the best ones purely simply because they've been around long enough to, and they've been able to fix all the issues. Amazon Prime, I mean, they've got all the money in the world. They should never have an issue.
Yeah, it should,
Um,
should be pretty spot on.
I've been really pleased with Disney Plus. That's actually the only reason I kept it, was because after season 1 of The Mandalorian, I was gonna cancel it because like I figured there's not like really another show on there, and I have all those movies anyway. But I kept it because of the 4K HDR versions of the movies. I wanted that because those like storing those like files on your computer, like those 4K files are huge. Like you can't just store them on like a hard disk. And if you're getting like the Blu-rays, like I don't love getting Blu-rays because I always scratch them up. So I love having the Disney Plus just to have like the 4K at that like easy of a convenience just to click it.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be the same way, but I've actually now transitioned back into physical media. Got myself a 4K Blu-ray player and a couple of movies. I'm going to start building up my collection because you pay for all these stuff, like especially something like Amazon, where you actually buy the movie. They take that off you whenever they want. You don't own that. And I think there's something better. It's like, because it's always the way. Oh, someone's over here. I want to show you this cool thing. Oh no, you'll love it. But where's it gone? It was in my list. Oh, now it's gone.
Yeah.
It's just I think. I mean, I don't scratch my Blu-rays. So I don't have a real issue with that. But
all the cases.
Yeah.
Like I have like 1 or 2 Blu-rays that I've bought since I moved in this place. I think
well, if
one
you,
of them was
if
the
you buy
last 4K, and one of them was
go buy 4K, because then you get the Blu-ray, the 4K, and then you get the normal Blu-ray with it. So you get the backup.
Yeah. I don't really buy a lot anymore though.
Yeah,
if anyone's had the chance to see the Lord of the Rings remastered on 4K,
not yet.
It's phenomenal.
I want a 4K remaster of Deep Space Nine. That's what I want.
I just want a Blu-ray of it. I've seen small bits and pieces that they did for the documentary and that. Yeah, what we looked on. Yeah.
I'm rewatching Deep Space Nine, and it's just like I really wish it looked like that, because Deep Space Nine never looked that good, and the conversion is just so incredible. Like Major Kira looks as beautiful as you would imagine she would in 4K. It's amazing. Oh, I love it. The lighting, perfect.
True.
Unfortunately, because all they can do with the special effects is just upscale them, it doesn't hold up.
It did though. Like it really did. Maybe it's because those were like carefully selected scenes.
Yeah,
right.
Like under some of them, because there is some things even with like the uniforms where you can tell, okay, that uniform's been washed slightly more than the other person's uniform because the color's faded a bit more. Like, why do Worf and Geordi have different color uniforms that are slightly different shades of that color? Because they were never intended on being viewed on a digital high definition TV. Like, that's the answer to that.
Right.
Yeah. But I think it's interesting. You see the evolution of television.
No,
Anyway.
I gotta get that Lord of the Rings thing though, because I got just recently my Dolby Atmos surround sound in my room right now. So I've heard, especially with some of the battles in the movie where, just everything's flying around and whatnot. It's like awesome with that.
You got Dolby?
Yeah, with Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos.
Yeah, with that,
like it's really
you
good.
can hear the arrows fly past your head in like Battle of Helm's Deep and that. So
they're my favorite.
Yeah, I gotta get that because I watched the final battle in Endgame just to see how that sounded, and it sounded really good with the sound too.
Yeah.
I had to because I have people upstairs. I had to turn it down quite a bit because it was shaking
why
me
I-
upstairs.
Yeah.
Because of how loud it is and how powerful
That's
it is.
exactly why I don't get it though. I'm afraid
That's
to.
that,
Oh,
that's why it's called Atmos. Like atmosphere.
Mhm.
It shakes up here.
yeah, because like
If there was like a way to like enclose it so that there was like just a bubble around you, other than
So,
headphones.
like headphones.
Yeah, shut up. I knew that was coming. But the new Roku players, like they have a
Sorry,
little
guys. I've got to take off. I just wanted to jump on
Oh,
and say keep up the good work, guys. And yeah, sorry I couldn't make the whole show, but when you got a McGregor fight on, it's hard to say no.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We love you,
definitely.
man.
All right, take it easy, guys.
Good
So-
longer process.
See, I would normally find somebody to pay for the UFC stuff for me because it's pretty pricey to watch in one sitting.
Yeah, but I don't want to watch
But
that.
I'm gonna pull the video up of what the Dana White, he runs
Do
everything.
you remember when Jon Favreau was on Friends?
I did not know that.
He wanted to be the ultimate fighting champion, and he bought Monica a restaurant.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty Jon Favreau. Like that's literally Jon Favreau.
Right.
Everything you need to know about the guy. He loves food and UFC.
True. Here, I think I got it. I want to make sure.
Yeah. That was the first thing I ever saw him on.
Nice.
Was
And we're down to 0.
Okay.
0 viewers.
Yep.
Oh, so
I-
the
we
dead
should be
air.
good.
Great job, man. It took you a while to pull up that clip.
but I got it right here.
Boo, Kevin. Boo, Matt. Boo,
This is his
Matt.
response.
Like I said, I mean, this is a huge pay-per-view event to kick off the year. You kind of stirred the pot a little bit with the piracy, the online streamers. They want to come after you and give this thing away. So, any regret? And kind of maybe stirring the pot a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm glad you asked me about
Okay, we're
that
good.
because we got one. We got him. We're watching this guy right now. All you have to do is turn it on Saturday, and we got you, fucker. I can't wait. Turn it on Saturday, streamers, and see what happens.
So, if you illegally stream it, and he knows that you're doing it, he might legit show up to your house, rip your computer or whatever you're watching it on, and beat you with it.
And then be arrested.
Well, he'll beat the cops up too.
You're
And he'll run away. He'll run away. The cops might actually go, "Hey, Dana White, that's pretty cool."
Be charged more harshly than the online piracy charge.
Look, the cops that are in my area take an hour to show up. Like,
Yeah,
if some,
either way. The longer the cops take to show up, the harsher the charges are going to be on that guy if that
Like,
happens. So
I
I
know-
think he's just worrying the FBI is going to show up at your house.
yeah, but he might, but yeah, he's like, is that's been their big issue. Is people,
Yeah.
getting a stream and then going on like Twitch or any other website and being like,
You ever see the guy with the
Yeah.
controller like on Twitch?
"Oh
and
yeah,"
he's
or he's acting like he's playing.
on the controller, but it's yeah.
It's the actual
It's
stream.
pretty-
Somebody in the comments will say, "Thank you so much for doing this," and you'll be like, "What are you talking about? I'm playing the game right now. It's really good graphics, guys.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like it's the new console,
It falls under parody, so like it's somehow like legal.
right? Because you can't.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be able to prove it, but you can be like, "No, I was playing the game." He would have to be very very smart to get away with it, but no, Dana White, just so
thought I was
whoever
the
watches
game.
player knows, he'll
Yeah.
go after
That
you.
happened once. My uncle came to my mom's house. I was playing an NBA game, and this was like 10 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And he literally thought that it was the game. He thought it was just, oh, the Celtics are playing now. Like, no, this is the video game.
Yeah. So I mean, that's for some reason, sports games seem to be the best when it comes to just
Yeah.
all the graphics and visuals and whatnot. I don't
They have so
understand
much
it.
like footage and scans of their faces. That's why.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
so much just existing material and just obsession over it. I don't get it either because I'm not a big sports guy anymore. Like I like baseball. I like
Mhm.
basketball. I'm just not. And the NFL is what it is. I'm
Hmm.
I'm really jaded by the NFL.
Oh, I love the NFL. That's like my go-to.
They betrayed.
I don't know.
I
Look,
trusted them, and they betrayed me.
you don't have to worry about Tom Brady anymore. He's in Tampa Bay.
I still have to worry about Tom Brady, even though he's in Tampa Bay. Turn on the news every 2 seconds. It's fucking Tom Brady.
I guess that's true.
The Patriots are in
The
the playoffs,
news
so
is
that's
fucking
all
Tom
they're
Brady?
talking about is Tom Brady. Yeah, you turn on the news, they're talking about Tom Brady.
If the Patriots still had Tom Brady, would they make the playoffs? That's probably what they're talking about.
Yeah, there's no. So it's like Tom Brady, Tom Brady. Which one's better, Belichick or Brady? Brady, Tom Brady, 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 Tom Brady, 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 Brady.
Isn't Belichick a coach?
Yeah. So he coached them, but that's been the whole thing when Tom Brady left was who actually was better at their job. Was it Belichick or was it Tom Brady? And
I telekinetically tore his ACL. And
True.
you can't prove that I didn't do.
I believe you, but Tom Brady made the playoff.
Everybody.
That's now funny thing is next year, depending on what happens this year, Tom Brady might have more playoff wins than the Patriots in their franchise.
Yeah,
because it's pretty close. But
the Patriots Hall of Fame is just all Tom Brady stuff. That's why I don't understand why they have a Hall of Fame. They don't have like a good track record. And this is somebody coming from the New England area who has been to Patriots games, whose cousin would probably beat him up if he heard him say it. But no, he's been he has season tickets to the Patriots, so I've gotten to go to a lot of games. Like I've been lucky in that sense.
And then they moved the seats.
And then they moved the seats on him. But because they always did concerts where his seats used to be, and they got tired of moving. But anyway, it's one of those things where they just their track record before Tom Brady, it wasn't good, and it just seemed like such a presumptuous thing to have a Hall of Fame for something that just happened.
Right. Well, I mean, they've always had usually with Belichick, they've always had good defensive guys.
Yeah. At this point, I'm okay with it because what do they have? 6, 7 Super Bowls with Brady and Belichick?
6.
I think it was 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
So at that point, it's like, okay, you had like 15 years. There were 3, 4 different teams that came in and out under Brady and Belichick. And I've been one of those people that I really am kind of sick of Belichick. I'm kind of sick of Kraft, frankly. Cam Newton, though, I think Cam Newton is kind of like a breath of fresh air. Even though I don't really watch it anymore, I was excited to see him because it was a new type of player.
He's probably gone after this year.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He only had
Tim Tebow back.
Yeah, bring Tim Tebow. Go bring Christ with you and win some Super Bowls.
Christ,
but
I'm not a fan of Christ, but I'm a fan of Tebow.
True. There you go.
I've got a Tim Tebow jersey in my closet.
You know who I bet Rob Kraft is a fan of?
Christ?
E. Fisher. Speaking of E. Fisher, let's get into the Justice League, I would assume, news story that Aaron has packaged for us.
This week, writer-director Zack Snyder confirmed that his upcoming project, Zack Snyder's Justice League, will be abandoning the 4-part miniseries approach. Snyder stated while discussing with fans over the social media site Vero that the decision had been made to instead release it as just a one-shot, roughly 4-hour film instead. HBO Max had always planned on releasing a film version, but it was set to release after the 4-week airing of the miniseries, but now instead will just air as one film. In other Justice League news, official merchandising being sold by DC stores showcased our first full look at Darkseid's design in the upcoming film. The image, which shows the character in his full armor, matches the brief look we saw from the character being played by Ray Porter in the first trailer from the film that aired during DC Fandom. Zack Snyder's Justice League will release at an unspecified date in 2021, rumored right now to be March.
They said March. I thought they said March. That was before they announced this stuff.
Right. I think it's pretty cool. Aaron's adding photos to his videos now.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's pretty
Yeah,
Pretty
I'm
excited.
excited about this because I think it's the way it should have been. Like I remember, like years ago, before the first cut even came out, like during the Batman versus Superman days, is they were saying that the first cut that they had was 4 hours, and I remember we were all thinking a 4-hour Justice League got on there, and now here we are. It's happening, guys. So I'm excited about that. I hope they are releasing it same day in theaters because that's one that I want to see in theaters. I hope there's an intermission. Because I mean, that 3 hours is one thing. 4 hours, yikes!
Right.
I mean, somebody's gonna miss something, and you don't want people to think that. Well, there's a big chunk of the movie you can miss if you want to go outside, get some food, and go to the bathroom. So like, you need an intermission there for 4 hours. But I'm just happy that they're doing it all at once because it's the way it should be done.
I mean, I'm not as big on the Snyder Justice League thing. It's not really something that I have really been like, I need to see this.
But you need to see it because we're going to do the commentary of Justice League, and then you're going to see that. Remember, we made that deal. Oh, hi.
Yeah, he grew up ever since you.
Arena.
Oh, you like the? I don't have my jacket on, so you can't climb like that on me.
What's that name?
It's Goober.
Goober.
No.
I want to get a kitty.
He's
I used to have kitties, but I don't anymore.
No, I have a thing about it. A certain person in it that I don't really want to watch. Gonna pay attention, make sure the cat doesn't.
So
stuff
there's Matt and his cat coming this summer to CBS. CBS.
Okay.
Your parents don't watch us.
He left. But no.
Cat update, Matt up.
But if she wasn't in it, I'd be like, okay, I'll do the commentary. But I gotta stick to my morals. So
I know.
So I can't watch it. So I mean, I wasn't super.
Wait, you're not even going to do the commentary with me? The regular, just because she's in both of them.
She's in what?
She's in both cuts of that movie.
Well, I wasn't. I saw the original the one time. You know, and
but we were gonna do a commentary on the original, and then you said that you would watch the Snyder cut if I watched the original and did a commentary. What you said.
Well,
we made a deal, and a deal is a promise, and a promise is forever.
Blame Amber Heard. I'll say her name. Blame Amber Heard.
Okay, but we can condemn Amber Heard, and we can still watch it.
I gotta stick to my morals, but
you can stick to your morals. You can just step off screen during that scene.
Nah, but then I'm still watching something that
is in. Then you're seeing it's like the Klingon Empire, and they're turning their back.
But she might do a sneak attack. You know, I might just be watching Ben Affleck's like.
I never heard sneak attacks.
But Ben Affleck's talking to
show. You don't know.
She's talking, or he's talking to Gal Gadot, and then all of a sudden, oh, there's Amber Heard, just pops out of nowhere.
That's not. And you can, when you see her, you can. It's more powerful that way, because then you're turning your back to her.
No, and I can't
rise above it. Come on,
I can't.
We said we do it.
I like I said, if they bring back Iron Man, Captain America, I wouldn't watch it. It wouldn't make sense for me to step away when their scenes are on and come back when it's off.
Well, you said you'd do it.
Well, that was before Snyder decided to keep her in. Now, if Snyder comes out and says we're cutting her out, okay, I'll watch it. And you won't have to watch the commentary of the original. Because, you don't like that movie.
We were going to do the commentary of the original anyway, though. That's what I'm saying.
I gotta stick to my guns. Plus, I'm okay. I'll bring it up. I'm getting sick and tired of Ye Fisher too.
That's okay.
And he, it's the whole thing. So it's even with Amber Heard being, whether she was in or not, I was kind of losing interest because of Fisher. That's a whole nother story.
In the entertainment is what I am. Like
I draw a line. I draw a line. You know,
Yeah.
if she didn't cut a finger and a poop on a bed, then maybe, and all the other stuff. But you know, like I said, if they cut Johnny Depp out, then fine. I won't watch anything Amber Heard's in.
But the filmmakers didn't know that she did that.
they
Like, it'd be one thing if they
This was
before
known
they
for.
movie, like they're not gonna reshoot an entire sequence of a movie because like
They
an
did it
actress
with. They did it with what's his face? Was all the money in the
Christopher
world.
yeah, but that was a very different situation. I
Yeah,
think.
but you know, well, I mean, I would agree. What Spacey did was worse, but I'm just saying she's probably only in it for a scene or two. Take her out, replace her with a different one, and they've already. It doesn't sound like they're going to replace her, so I really don't want to watch anything that has that character in it until they replace her, because they've known about this for two years, I think, is when Johnny Depp put all that info out. Like it's been a while, so
Well, maybe
Snyder
when
could have just clipped it out.
you watch it, the deep fake version comes out.
No, because that's still her technically. Look, if Zack Snyder does the right thing and cuts her out of the movie, then I'll watch it. The ball's in your court, Zack Snyder. But I do, just because I think this is hilarious. Did you see there are people literally that are you know, they're not everybody obviously in the Snyder cut fan thing where everybody's really Snyder cut thing, but there's people in that group that literally are canceling HBO Max because they don't think Ray Fisher is getting justice. So I think it's Lights Camera Pod. I think that's who it was that said, guys, the only way we can really have justice for Ye Fisher and have accountability over entertainment is to cancel HBO Max and not watch the Snyder Cut.
I just want entertainment.
It's like
the Justice League.
It's like I would totally be on their side if there was actual proof. Like if Ray Fisher had legitimate proof, because that video he put out could have been recorded with a friend of his where, he's like, hey, can you do this for me? And I'm not saying he did that. Now, that could all be legitimate, but he literally could have had somebody do that. And plus she doesn't flat out say, yeah, we got the evidence, it's, all she says is you gave us names. Like if there was legitimate evidence, then I'd be like, oh yeah, absolutely. I totally support that. But it's like there's not evidence proving Ray Fisher is in the right, and Warner Brothers doesn't need to put evidence out at the moment. But I mean, technically, they haven't either. There's no evidence proving that one is telling the truth and the other is lying. I tend to believe Warner Brothers because they're not gonna be like, okay, an investigation's complete. You're fired, Ray Fisher. Because if there was actually something wrong, because Jeff Johns is still working on the Green Lantern show they're doing. Walter Hamada is still going to be a part of Warner Brothers. If there was actually something wrong, they would have fired at least one of them. So that's why I'm like, Ray Fisher, put something out. Let us see actual proof. So that's why I'm like, why are we cutting HBO Max? When there isn't proof of Warner Brothers really doing anything wrong. There probably was arguments, but who knows? Maybe Ray Fisher was like a crazy ex who just wants to bring you down. Or maybe Ray Fisher is in the right.
I don't think the Kanye comparison is unfair. I think he just feels things very deeply. So I don't think it's anything where like anything he's saying is wrong. I think it's maybe just slightly exaggerated because for him it's like how memories are.
Mm-hmm.
Memories are not an accurate source of the past.
True.
Because you remember things like you write your own memories. Like whenever they go into like memories on a show, kind of like the with the Luke Skywalker Kylo Ren thing,
Yeah.
how they tell the story different ways because
Mhm.
people like to see things different perspectives from a certain point of view. But yeah, it's just one of those. I just want to see the movie. Like I'm really happy about that movie.
Like I'm happy for the people that wanted it to come out. Like I'm happy you guys get something you want. Cool. I hope
don't seem-
everybody get. I've never cared about the Snyder cut. That was one thing where I said I just don't care.
Yeah, why you wouldn't want another good movie in your life?
I mean, it might be terrible. Like it legit might be god awful. There's a reason why Warner Brothers didn't want it out.
What if it gets an outstandingly like positive review?
Then it might be good. Then I'll never know. But Warner Brothers didn't want it to be released for a specific reason.
Okay, how about this? How about if I cut Amber Heard out of the movie?
Maybe, but wouldn't that be illegal technically? Since I'm
No.
not watching on the service.
No.
If you cut her out, I might do it.
Yeah. There's a way we could do it. There's a way we could do it. We would just place in commercial break.
Right. I just don't want to support her. And, we'll see. Hopefully they do the right thing and they don't have her in future Aquaman movies, considering, there's evidence proving that she did the thing she did.
That time during the commentary. So we'll just cut her out of the viewing of it.
Okay. Yeah. If you cut her out, and I don't know, she might just be in one scene. She could be in multiple scenes. I don't know. I have no idea why Snyder is keeping her in it after what was released. But, you do use Zack. But if you cut her out,
underwater.
Right. I mean, but they could figure. I'm sure he could have figured something out. I mean, they could have did something, or they, like I said, they could have just got a different actress that they want to have for future movies and then put her in there.
That's kind of the Iris West thing, though, is because they did end up recasting somebody for Iris West, and now they've gone back to using that actress because Snyder cut.
True. So, look, they were reshooting things. They were adding scenes, I thought I heard at one point. So why couldn't they just say, you know what, we're going to recast Amber Heard because of this, and then get a different actress?
I don't think she's convicted of anything.
She hasn't been convicted. But then again, their court case, the judge is actually a family friend of hers.
At this point, like, what information do you have?
The photos of her, of Johnny Depp's finger, her admitting on tape that she beat Johnny Depp, pooped on his bed. And there's other stuff. There was a bunch of papers that Johnny Depp had. Like, he had a bunch of stuff that proved that she was in the wrong. And I'm sure I'm not going to say Johnny Depp didn't do a thing at all, but if he was this horrible person, like, Amber Heard was saying, then why did all his exes say that Johnny Depp was wonderful?
Who knows? I don't really know how it is, but
right.
Honestly, I try to keep it separately because I don't want to. I don't, and it's a selfish thing, I guess. I just don't want these things taken away from me. I just want to be able to watch Justice League.
Right, and I'm not gonna say that's the wrong thing to go about it or whatever. I have a very specific standard when it comes to something like that.
I'm not voting for these people. I'm kind of like that. I vote for somebody, but I'm not voting for Amber Heard.
Right, and
choice board, Amber Heard, best kiss.
That's why, well, even if Warner Brothers would have replaced her, I'm not going to watch something that she's in anymore, but whatever. So we're going to move on to our next story. It is official, guys. Nikki is going to cut Amber Heard out of it, and as long as he does that, I will watch the movie.
We're back on, guys.
So just make sure that every image of her's out, and we're good. It shouldn't be much anyway. It should only be
Yeah.
A minute
Not
and
too
41
long.
seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it should. Yeah, it should only be a scene. But I believe this is the Matt Damon story. About potentially being in Thor.
This week's first set of mini stories all revolve around one beloved Australian named Chris Hemsworth. We begin with Thor: Love and Thunder, whose beginning of filming this week in Australia led to more announcements about the cast. We already do know a majority of it going in, and we do know that the cast includes the Guardians of the Galaxy. We had already known that Chris Pratt, Vin Diesel, and Pom Clementif would be returning in their respective roles of Star-Lord, Groot, and Mantis, and now this week we have learned that two more of the Guardians, Dave Bautista and Karen Gillan, have landed in Australia for filming, returning to their roles of Drax the Destroyer and Nebula. With this confirmation, we now know that 5 of the 6 active Guardians members are confirmed. The only one unconfirmed for the film as of yet is Rocket the Raccoon, with neither Sean Gunn nor Bradley Cooper, the two actors that normally share the role, being confirmed for the film yet. We also learned this week that another actor had landed in Australia to return to the Thor franchise. Matt Damon is confirmed to be on set filming for Thor: Love and Thunder. Those confused by why Matt Damon is a returning actor may or may not know that Damon previously appeared in Thor Ragnarok alongside Sam Neill and Luke Hemsworth as actors portraying Loki, Odin, and Thor in a play version of Thor: The Dark World. How big Damon's role is and what character he'll even be playing are yet to be confirmed, but we do know that Damon is in the film. We also learned about an interesting character change in that Meek, Korg's sidekick, would be portrayed this time through a motion capture performance by a yet unnamed actress. This is a change from the character's previous 2 appearances, in which Meek was a completely animated character with no human reference on set. Whether or not this could hint at a slightly larger or more active role is yet to be seen, but it is an interesting thing to note nonetheless. And for a final tidbit, while still on the topic of Hemsworth, director Sam Hargrave confirmed this week that Extraction 2 is still on track to be filmed this year, once Hemsworth finishes work on Thor. Netflix wants to begin production in the fall, barring any COVID-related health issues. Both Hemsworth and Hargrave will be returning to their respective roles as star Tyler Rake and the director of the film, with writer Joe Russo finishing up the script to the sequel currently. No release date is set, but the first film in the proposed action franchise is available for people to watch on Netflix.
Okay.
I did not know Joe Russo did Extraction.
Yeah.
I forgot that movie happened.
Yeah, I never watched it. I think I saw the opening 5
That's
seconds.
fine.
I mean,
It was a good action.
I heard it was, a decent little movie.
What I say about Netflix, they don't have any energy for me.
Right. I mean, there's, like I said, there's a few Netflix stuff that's pretty good, but a lot of it is just kind of thrown out there just so they have something new for you to watch. But
Oh yeah.
like, I mean, I like some of their I guess stuff that comes out towards the end of the year. That's usually when they start putting out their better stuff. I know that there's that movie. Like I thought Marriage Story, which I do own on Blu-ray right here. I liked the Marriage Story a lot. And Irishman was super long, but I thought for the most part it was pretty good.
The Irishman I understand, but like Marriage Story, I don't understand the entertainment value of that movie. I get it.
It's just, I don't know, if you're into dramas and whatnot, that's kind of what they go for. It's based off of what's his name's Noah Baumbach's marriage that ended.
Happy, Matt.
Huh?
I want to be happy. I don't want to be sad.
Yeah, this is definitely not a movie, which I get the criterion. It's not a movie to watch when you're sad, but it is a pretty solid film. Liked it a lot.
I'm still not married. Devin, you're still not married either. Matt, I don't think you're married either.
No, not yet. Maybe when I get my house, I'll get married. Mom wants that to happen. She wants to be a grandmother. Anyway. But no. With the Netflix stuff though, a lot of it is crap. There's some pretty decent stuff in there. But like there's that Dwayne Johnson, Ryan Reynolds, Gal Gadot movie coming out later this year. That should be pretty good. Looks like it's gonna be a fun little movie. But to get back to the Thor stuff,
They're calling it cast, and then nothing else about it.
wait, what?
That movie you were just talking about with all those actors in it. All we know is that there's all those actors in it.
Oh,
but
yeah.
no
I
idea
have no
else
idea
about
what it's about. It's an action, I assume an action comedy. That's all I know. Ryan Reynolds, Dwayne Johnson doing their thing with Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
Should be a treat. But
Hobbs and Shaw reunion.
yeah, that is true.
I love that.
It's technically a Fast and Furious reunion. Gal Gadot's in Fast and Furious.
Oh yeah.
So
Remember when
there
they
you go.
died on the longest runway ever?
Yeah, it was a wonderful death scene.
So I actually have a theory. We don't get to talk about Fast a lot, but
Sure.
I think the disembodied voice that's in Hobbs and Shaw,
Mm-hmm.
like that overseer voice, then I think that's Hanlu.
That might be.
Yeah, because he has history with Hobbs,
Yeah.
but it's not like somebody that Hobbs would have to like know, and it's not. It wouldn't be too far fetched to say that like Han blamed him for Giselle's death because they were ready to go off to Tokyo,
Right.
and then Hobbs was like, "Hey, no, we gotta go get Letty or whatever."
Sure.
Whatever
that might-
Fast was about.
Right. So I mean, that could be a nice little way to tie in Fast 9 and Hobbs and Shaw too. Because I think he's going to be in 9, maybe just for like a little bit. But
Surprised there was and Helen Mirren. Helen Mirren's in 9.
yeah, that is true.
You're gonna be in 9, and she was in Hobbs and Shaw for sure.
Yep, true.
I
but
love Helen.
Me too.
I would marry her tomorrow.
Right.
Helen Mirren, if you're watching, damn.
Absolutely. Helen Mirren, if you
That's-
come across this,
Yeah, please
do it.
Dang, Helen.
Let's do it. Matt Damon, though.
Jesus.
He's got 4 more stories for us to do.
We don't have to do them.
Which, yeah, I don't think we're gonna get to all of them.
Tired.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want, we can have this be the last one.
Face. Let's let Devin decide.
Grumpy Cat's dead.
Grumpy Cat's dead.
All right, Devin, what do you think?
2 or 3 years ago.
What do you want to do? Do you want to do? Let's let Devin pick the story.
Shit. I had a theory about Fantastic Four.
Oh. Here, I'll bring you guys up on full screen.
Oh shit. Okay.
And we're down to
So-
0 viewers.
Yeah, we have been for a while.
Yeah.
I started rewatching the Fantastic Four series from the mid 2000s, mid to late, somewhere around there. I don't know. I remember watching it when I was younger, but
Right.
it was on Disney Plus, so I started watching it.
There you go.
Saw the first 2 episodes. The first episode probably wasn't a good episode to start on, but anyway, they wind up briefly pissing off the Kree
Uh-huh.
and then making an ally out of them somehow. Ronan the Accuser still doesn't like them, but whatever.
Motherfucking accuser.
Now, the Kree in that episode mentioned that it was the Supreme Intelligence was directly talking to the Fantastic Four. The Supreme Intelligence specifically mentioned that the Fantastic Four would be very helpful against the Skrulls.
Mhm.
So I thought, what if, when they're introduced into the MCU, instead of some cosmic wave or whatever that hits their space station, what if some stray Kree ship comes along, picks them up, does a little bit of experimentation, and that's how they get their powers.
But they're no.
They get made into Inhumans.
They're not Inhumans. No, they're not Inhumans. Here's what it is. They're already on the ship with Nick Fury. The Fantastic Four are on the ship with Nick Fury with Skrulls, and they're on their way to get their powers. They're going to get hit with the cosmic cloud. They've recruited, Sword has recruited the Fantastic Four to be scientists, and then they're going to go to the cosmic cloud. They're going to get hit with the cosmic cloud. They're going to get their powers, and when they get their powers, Super Skrull is going to get his powers, and then that's going to set up the Super Skrull as the big bad villain for the Fantastic Four movie.
And what about Doom? Is he up there?
What
too,
about
or
Doom?
Is that separate?
I hope so.
I think he's in Black Panther too.
Who's going to play Doom? Michael. Let him play everyone.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Oh. Ooh.
No,
You
he-
have something I want. You may think you know what you are in possession of. You do not. Soon, it will be mine.
Or if they want to go a little interesting, Ben Affleck is your Doctor Doom.
Ooh, Ben Affleck. Do you think he'd do it though?
I mean, he loves Kevin Feige a lot, so I think he would.
Loves himself that much.
I mean, you never know. He
Yes.
might do it. He might do it.
Ever play a blind guy again?
Do you think he'll ever play a blind guy again? That's a good question.
True. Probably not. Maybe in Doctor Strange Multiverse Madness. Maybe Bryan Cranston will step in if they want to go a little older for Doom.
I think you want to keep him. I wouldn't go older than like 50. I wouldn't go older than Tom Cruise.
Well, let me see how old Bryan Cranston.
Tom Cruise is like 50 something, but I wouldn't go older than Tom Cruise physically. Like maybe McConaughey.
Maybe.
I want McConaughey to play Osborn though.
True, because
Yeah.
that'd be good. Let me see. How old is Tom? Thomas Cruise age? 58. So he's 58. Bryan Cranston is 64. So it'll be a 6-year difference.
Yeah. I don't believe Cranston is a physical threat. Even with
if you've seen Breaking Bad,
but that was 10 years ago.
he can. That wasn't that long ago, though.
Yeah, but that was 10 years ago.
Yeah, but he can do it.
He was 54 then.
It was about he technically even at that age doesn't look that intimidating, but his performance makes him terrifying. It's like Mahershala Ali. Not really that intimidating.
Mahershala Ali beat the shit out of me.
I mean, maybe, but he's not that intimidating of a human being to me. But when you see him in God damn it.
He's intimidating in Green Book, but like he's intimidating in Luke Cage.
Luke Cage, that's what's going on. I thought he was pretty intimidating in Luke Cage. It's all about the performance, and Bryan Cranston, he can pull it off.
Yeah, he beat the shit out of that guy.
Bryan Cranston, when he becomes Doom, doesn't need to necessarily be the strongest dude in the world.
Yeah, I just maybe.
Do you think
I think he could be Thor. Like I think he could be Lex Luthor still.
Yeah, that's who a lot of people wanted him to be.
Luthor's an intellectual threat.
True. So somebody made a fan trailer for Batman vs Superman before it came out with Bryan Cranston, and
my dad always falls for those and texts them to me like, "Did you see this?"
It's fake, guys. I know. See, it's 12:01 my time. How you guys feeling?
Devin.
dead air. Let's see, I do have to get up pretty early tomorrow because I do have
That was weird. That was weird. I just wanted to see who would blink first in that
Right.
situation.
True.
Sorry.
But no. So we covered half the stories. Let's see. There's
We
like a bunch of mini stories.
Yeah, we can wrap it up. Man,
Yeah,
if you
I
want.
say let's wrap up because we don't have anybody watching anyway, and
We
it's
did an hour and a half with just the two of us.
Yeah.
Or just the three
three.
of us.
I was gonna say three.
Just one
Three of us.
one equals more than two. Is that the theme or whatever?
True. So we're gonna call it a night because nobody else came on besides Grant. My cat is freaking out.
Grant and your cat.
Kitty
Don't
cat.
forget that.
I thought he was scratching cords, but he was scratching a wood post I have in here.
It
But
worked.
anyway, we're gonna call it a night. I didn't finish my leftover soda. That's okay. We're gonna bounce over to Nikki and
Can
Devin
we
first.
title this episode leftover soda?
Leftover soda. It's delicious, and I will have some next week. Yeah, just the three of us. I think we did good for an hour and a half. Talked about a bunch of stuff. We had Grant pop in a little bit. Nikki, Devin, we're gonna go to you first. Where can the people find you all at?
I got a new computer, so maybe I'll start doing some streaming. I've already had Matt agree to do a game stream with us, see what game we choose to do a commentary on. Devin, I want Devin to like pitch things to me that he has seen that I haven't seen. And there's a lot of different things. If you guys have ideas for streams, just do it. I'll set it up and you can talk at me or talk with me or just watch me play a game and talk while I play a game. I'm very bored here during the week and I need things to do.
Alrighty.
Devin?
You can find me on github.com.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what GitHub is, but
I don't know either. I have no idea either. But you can find me here on this channel, drinking leftover soda. Delicious. It's starting to lose flavor. Probably should have finished it prior to the night being over. But you can find me here on this channel. I'm on After Dark.
I'm seeping in a little bit.
On After Dark. I'm also on Inside the Horseshoe. It's a show we do. And I have another channel. Haven't uploaded anything on it in a little bit. But I will be uploading very, very soon. So, for myself, for Nikki, and for Devin, and for everybody else that didn't show up. Not going to name names because there's too many of y'all.
Alan, Maddie, Aaron, Kevin, Jordan. Caleb, I don't know.
Yep. There we go. Good night, y'all.